congratulations on our today's special, but you know HSN, we're never gonna let you down. We're gonna find something just as amazing as our today's special, and we're always so thrilled when Aaron Berger, as our electronic expert, is here with us. And he came back and he said, Lenny, I'm gonna tell you right now, my friend, I can't believe we're not done, but I can't believe we still have any of these available. So we're looking at a tablet that comes along with the keyboard and a case and everything else. Truly, if you look, if purchased separately, we're looking at over $300 that you're getting here. Today we're offering the Visual Land Prestige 10-inch tablet with the keyboard case that comes along with it for $99.99. 5 flex payments, again, that goes away today or tonight at midnight. So $20 will bring this home to you. I imagine you have your choice here of colors to choose from. I'm loving the paisley. We have the purple. We have a great blue, and then we also have it available for you in the pink. All right, so Aaron, $99.
Okay, y'all ready?
It's a tablet. It's a big tablet,
Lynn and I are gonna do our second sellout in an hour.
I have a feeling we are.
Just get ready on this. This tablet is a little powerhouse. It is a quad-core processor. Lynn and I just sold a computer for 3 times this price that had a quad-core processor. Quad-core processor inside. It has a couple of 2 gigabytes of RAM inside. Most tablets at this kind of price have 1 gigabyte of RAM. So again, it's not totally dissimilar to what we were talking about with our computer just a moment ago. This is a tablet. Look, I've got a game up here, I've got a video up here, I've got hsn.com up here, I've got the Google Play Store here, because this also is the #1 app store in the entire world. This is a Google Play tablet. This is the latest version of Android Go. Now, here's the most important thing. First of all, look at that screen. Most people think to get a tablet that has this kind of touch response, and look at that screen, they're gonna have to go to the mall, to the Apple store. And Apple's, they're wonderful tablets. I've sold them, they're fabulous. They think they're gonna have to spend $400 or $500. And for many, many years, that was true. Visual Land is a company that's been around since 2009. I have sold them at HSN for 13 years. I've sold a couple 100,000 Visual Land tablets. They've been one of our top selling tablets. I've never seen a value like this. And this is why it's such a value. First of all, the size of the screen. If it were a 7-inch screen for $99.99, as Colleen Lopez taught me, it would be a great deal every day of the week and buy it twice on Sunday. It really would be. Every day of the week and twice on Sunday, but it's not. This is a 10-inch screen. So look, 1, 2, it's nearly triple the size of a 7-inch screen for less than $100. And it's a tablet that does all the things you want it to do. You want to go to your favorite website, you want to go to hsn.com, or look at, we're on hsn.com, we're pinching, we're zooming, we're streaming video, as you saw a minute ago. I'll show you just like I did with the computer. You can even go to the smallest text on the whole page and see free exchanges and easy returns. We want you to love what you buy. If you don't, send it back. That goes on this tablet as well. I haven't shown you the best part. Get ready and choose a color, because this is where we get really busy. This is the tablet. If it were just the tablet, 10-inch, quad-core, dual-core processor, front-facing camera, rear-facing camera. Oh, 128 gigs. Lynn, remind me to tell you a story about Guy Yovan and 128 gigs of memory. Okay, that's your job to remind me.
You got it.
But first, you got to see this. This isn't just a tablet. This is a tablet and a computer in one. I just took the G-hold off the back. The G-hold is the way I like to hold any tablet, because you can do it with one hand. This is called a Pogo case. A Pogo case is a magnetic case. This goes right on here. I don't know if you could see that magnet kind of grab the bottom of it.
Did.
So what that means is you now have not just an on-the-go tablet, you have, for all intents and purposes, an on-the-go computer. And I'll show you, if I wanted to type something up there, if I wanted to go to, let's say I'll go to www, you might be able to see, I'm typing here, .nasa, N-A-S-A.
Pull that down.
Oh, thank you, my darling. Thank you. So it is a full laptop. .com. Did you notice? I didn't have to go into my settings. I didn't have to go into my Bluetooth settings. I didn't have to go any, I think I went to, that should have been nasa.gov. That was my fault. But the point is, the minute
you're doing it backwards. It's okay.
Thank you. The minute I put the tablet onto the keyboard, It connects instantly. You don't have to charge this separately.
Great.
You don't have to go into your Bluetooth settings. It is a Pogo keyboard that is built exclusively for this tablet, so they work together beautifully. What's that mean? It means you've got a 10.1-inch quad-core on-the-go computer and a 10.1-inch quad-core on-the-go tablet, all built into one.
Kind of like our today's special a little bit, right?
It is kind of like a baby version.
Baby version, of course.
And it's an Android operating system.
So,
that, of course, is the Chrome operating system.
Right.
But it's really quite similar in many ways, yes.
And I want to stress this amazing value, because to Aaron's point, I don't know if you saw, Aaron, when we first started the presentation, they put, I want to say we have fewer than 600 of these to go around. And that is how popular they've been. Today, you also have the 5 monthly flex payments. So basically, you can get this home for $20.
Wow.
Free shipping and handling, and here's your choices. So we have the Paisley, very limited. I'm gonna give you some updated. Okay, I have 65 left in the Paisley. In the pink, I know that one's really limited. I have 28 left in your pink. I think your best bet's gonna be in the blue right now. But even that's just a few hundred. And then lastly, the purple, I have 70 remaining. Okay, Aaron, I'm just tuning in. Looking for a tablet, been pricing tablets.
Right. Thinking about back to school.
Back to school.
Kids are probably driving you crazy for a tablet, and you're like, man, you know, $600 is not in the budget right now. Right? You don't have to do that. You can get tier 1 tablet quality, truly tier 1, and again, not just a tablet, because it has the case, that Pogo case. You pop this on there, you've got a full keyboard. Have you priced keyboard cases for tablets recently? They're $100. They're between $79 and $129, depending on you know what brand you're talking about. I want to show you when it comes time to gaming. I've got the sound turned off here because I want to be able to talk while I'm doing it. But you can see how responsive the gaming is. You can see how with a great big screen like this. You know, I've been at HSN, as I said, nearly 20 years. In all of those years, many of you have said hi on Facebook or Instagram, and I'd love it if you do that. By all means, I'm _Aaron Berger. On Instagram, and many times I've heard, Aaron, I love the tablet that I bought, or I love the computer, or whatever, but I wish I'd bought a little bit bigger screen. I wish I'd saved money and bought a bigger screen. No one has ever said, I wish I bought a smaller screen. Nobody ever. This 10-inch screen, I'll show you again. If it were $9.99 and it were a 7-inch screen, it would be a heck of a deal. Yeah. It's not. This is a 10-inch, high definition. It's what's called an in-plane switching screen, so look at. You can see it from all different angles, even when you're this way, even when you're this way. And this is the biggest thing, and this is the reason to get it while we have it. This is the only scheduled airing I have on my calendar right now. I've got my calendar through summer. I don't have another scheduled airing. We dropped this in because we knew we were going to sell out just before Lenny was finished with her hour.
I had no idea because I was on.
I knew. Lynn did not know. I knew that we had this. We had a little something ready just in case. We wanted to make it really, really special and something that you just don't see very often.
You sure did.
When you pop that into the case, like I just did, you now have, for all intents and purposes, a quad-core computer, 10-inch, high-definition screen, 2 gigs of RAM. Oh, and I want to talk to you about the size of the solid-state drive as well. So this has, as I mentioned earlier, a solid-state drive. So that means there's no moving parts. If you read down our description of it, the Visualand Prestige, that's their latest version, 128 gigabyte tablet with keyboard case. Guy Yovan and I.
As soon as you said 128, I'm like, Guy Yovan.
Guy Yovan and I sold this, the last time I sold this tablet with Guy, probably a month ago, it was the 64 gigabyte version, which is still pretty good, but this has twice as much room. We sold it for this, you can find it on YouTube right now. We sold it for $99. It didn't go up a single penny, but we doubled the amount of storage space, which means you can save more movies, more games, more music, more apps, etc. One more thing about that. If you went to the mall to buy a tablet, and they have great tablets for $400, $500, $600, I would never, they're wonderful. I've sold the brand, but it's an entirely different proposition at that price, right? What those have are something called fixed memory. And fixed memory means that you can never expand on on the size. So if you fill it with movies or music or games or apps, wow, so now we're down to about 500, just heads up, that will go fast. This is different. This has an expandable memory card slot, Lynn. You know what that means? It's future-proof. If you want to add more music, more games, more apps, even if you fill up that big old 128 gigabyte, you can put a full terabyte card in here. It'll probably cost you 15 bucks. So if you're going to be traveling a lot over the summer and you want your kids to download tons of games and tons of music and whatever keeps them busy because they're going to be in the back seat for 12 hours and this is just one of those times that they can use screens as much as they want, you can expand the memory just like this. There are so many reasons to try this tablet.
Well, and that's why we have hundreds of you in the ordering process. This could be another sellout. It was one of those back pocket specials that we knew, again, I didn't know I was on the air, but that today's special was gonna sell out. So we really want to bring something out equally as wonderful. I mean, not, again, different capacity, different size, but we wanted you to get a fantastic value on this special weekend. When we're offering 5 monthly flex payments, we were saying, you know, back to school specials, how perfect. Think about maybe the tablet you have right now, or maybe you have been pricing some of the higher end tablets and like, oh, you know what, $500, $600, $700, a little bit out of my price range right now. Start right here. You know, and not even, I mean, most in this price, to Aaron's point, is a 7-inch screen. This is 100%. A 10-inch screen, and even more gigabytes that we've done in the past on a customer pick, almost double the gigabytes at the same fantastic value. Only thing you're deciding on is what color in the keyboard, basically the case that you want to choose. So we have the paisley, we have the purple, we have the blue, and then lastly we have it available in the pink. Pink and paisley, last and final call. They'll be sold out in just a few moments, but either way, doesn't matter. They're all gonna have the same capacity, the same power, the same everything. Aaron, is this easy once I get this up and going to sync with my email and all of that? And again, silly questions, but I always love to ask
silly questions are the questions you should ask. I do want to point out, I just double checked, 63 reviews, customer pick on hsn.com. And I want to point something out about tablets that don't cost $400. Everyone's used a $400 tablet. Everybody has used their friend's iPad, right? So that's what we base everything on. It's hard for a tablet that isn't a $400 tablet to be a customer pick in the way that this is. People love this tablet, and I'll tell you why they love it. When you get it home, to Lynn's point, it is incredibly simple to use. It is incredibly simple to set up. It is very, very easy to navigate. You see the quality of the screen, I think, absolutely really speaks for itself. The Google Play Store is on here. The #1 app store in the world is already on here from the minute you get it home. One of my favorite things about it is, I will show you real quickly, actually. I'm using the G-Hold. When you don't use a G-Hold with a 10-inch tablet is such a big tablet, it kind of becomes a two-handed device. When you pick up a G-Hold, you can now hold your tablet in one hand, which is also, and then you have the other hand to, you know, touch and to pinch and to zoom and to do all those kind of things. When I take the G-Hold off, I'm gonna pop this right onto the case, and I really want you to see how it works. So there's magnetic pins on the case there, and then there's a magnetic receptor on the bottom of the tablet itself, and it automatically, like, it wants to go to that place. When it gets close, you feel it pull. It automatically catches. And now, what do you have? You've got a on-the-go 10-inch quad-core, very powerful little computer that still has full, and sorry about that, guys, individually tiled keys. So you can use this in the way that you would use any of your computer. If you want to open a document, if you want to send email, if you want to type, any of those sort of things. You can also do voice input, which is real. You can press a button if you want to send your emails that way. It's a demonstration I usually do. This kind of came up last minute.